Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gauntlet PUBG Mobile, brought to you by GamelinG. And I'm your shoutcaster for today, Pong Gaming MR. And we have seen from the past days a lot of teams um, um, having or trying to be qualified for the semifinals on this tournament. But for tonight, it will gonna be the revival round of the group 5. So are you guys ready for that? Don't forget to like and share the stream, and don't forget also to cheer on your teams. But the question is, who are the teams who are going to play for today? And we're going to see it later on. But for now, of course, with the roadmap also, if what are the maps are they going to use to give us or showcase us their gameplay. I guess the roadmap for today it will gonna be to Arangel and to Miramar for the group 5 of this revival round. I guess we can see it later on, and for the teams also, we'll be having 18 teams who are going to compete for today. It will gonna be your starting with your team as HHHH, Team Emperors or EMP SE, Blue Scorpion. We also have here Forgotten MR35. We also have here VillainSir Esports, Funny Fight Esports, D4U, Tiger Special, Squadron Gaming MT coming from the Philippines. We also have here Innovative Esports, your four tactical soldiers, your Ninja Esports, EMB Esports. We also have here your Distrik 51 Esports, 99% Esports, a bad dream for you, PNF Esports. Again, don't forget to like and share the stream, and don't forget to cheer on your teams. 18 teams are going to compete for today, and it's already 9 p.m. From the Philippines, other part of the across the globe, 9 p.m. and the other just like in the Thailand, it's already 8, and I guess the other part of the globe, it's already 6 p.m. But we're just waiting for a little bit, and the game we're going to start later on. Again, I'm your shoutcaster for today for the group Revival Group 5, and for tomorrow also, I'll be your shoutcaster for the final team or final round for the Revival. And while waiting, I guess we can show the roadmap for today. All right. Um, uh, Again, the roadmap for today, it will be to Erangel and to Miramar. Starting with the Erangel map, the El Clasico, the map of all Asian teams. Yeah. And oops, we already started here in the Erangel map for the match 1. And we are seeing on the screen that the plane already flew for, and we're just waiting for the other teams if where they were going to drop. And starting with the plane path on the southeastern part and moving towards on the or northeastern part, I should say, and moving towards on the southern part of the map, or from the Lipovka moving towards on the Sasovka military base. As you can see, the plane path is not that good, but the good thing is that those teams who are trying to move themselves on the Sasovka military base, they have the chance to put on that area. Same also with the Novorupnoy. We also have here the Lipovka, but as we can see on the screen at this moment that a lot of teams is trying to move themselves on the eastern part or on the yeah western part of this map. I guess some other teams in here we're gonna try to move on the Pochinki, which the Pochinki is still a hot trap for this time, but we'll see it later on if we're going to whose team we're going to pursue on that area. Oh, I guess the Snaia Poliana area is being or we are having two teams, and we seen already on the screen that using those guns, knocking down those opponents of them on the area of Yesnaya Poliana. Using the DPS, another one will gonna be pinned down from the other teams. Wow, what a nice shot coming from the DPS. But I guess there is a counter attack having on this on that two team on the area of Yesnaya Poliana. While on the other hand, your EMP is on the vicinity of farm, and kind of between the farm and the mill top. But there you go. We are having the only um, guy remaining on the side of the team 18. I guess the team 18 last player in here will be coming from the Philippines. We have here Shadows trying to defend himself and trying to take a look on that surroundings, because he will gonna be the last guy standing, and it is very very crucial for their team to be eliminated instantly. While on the other hand, your team 11 innovative together with your team 8 on the this apartment buildings here in the Snipoliana, they're trying to defend them their grounds in here, but we are seeing a lot of players coming from Team 8, which is your D4U, who is on a critical life, and I guess they are lacking of um, some bandages to heal themselves, or just a consumables in here. And we are seeing already some other engagement here on the area of um yeah, yeah, in the area of farm, and there's a frag grenade already knocking a player coming from your team 11, a push, but then again knocking down one by one, and instantly your team 8 for you has been eliminated by your team 11, your Innovate Esports, who is now securing for elimination that instant. I guess that's not an easy engagement between the two team, because two of them has been knocked down, while on the other we just only have here the last man standing on the side with Bad Dream for you, which is trying to secure himself, and a push will be coming for team 4, though one of them has been eliminated through elimination, has been secured by them already, but the last man standing on the side with team 17, which is your Bad Dream for you, is trying to hide himself on this bunk. There's a lot of entry point here on this bunk, but I guess it's better for him to make a move in here and trying to secure a single place. But there's a frag grenade already about to thrown, but canceling out since he was able to heard that footstep. But the PBS knocking down two instantly player coming from your team 4 with the last man same shotgun, but that would gonna be for your team 11, or for the team 17, I should say. Bad Dream for you, though he was able to knock down two players, but with a 1v1 with the last man on your Forgotten, it's no match for him. So better luck next time for this team. We just only have here 11 teams, 37 players remaining, though stage 1 already, or the play zone is started to close already, but a lot of teams in here has been eliminated. So we are seeing a lot of teams in here being aggressive in getting those elimination. I guess it's better for them to take a little bit break in here, though this is the first match. But then again, it's very very crucial for them to not to be part of the semifinals in here. So if they are trying to move them up, or they're trying, or they are eyeing to be part of the qualify or of the semifinals, I guess they needed to be careful. Speaking of needed to be careful, I guess there's no care in here. I guess your team 2 and your team 6, and a player coming from your team 2, which is your team Emperors or EMP SE, One of them has been pinned down, and there's a push already coming from your team 6 in here. Upon knocking down, and I guess that secures them 5 elimination, eliminating your team 2 on this match. But we have your team 12 who's trying to move on their area where they're trying to revive their teammates in here get knocked down already. But oi, I guess your team 6 in here is now aware that the presence of your team 12 is getting nearby on that area. And one thing more, we are seeing 3 players only for team 12 in here. So they are no match. But we will gonna see if how your team 12 gonna do to eliminate those players coming from Team 6. But I guess those movement, those flanks coming from Team 6 in here, they are dominating the other team, your Team 12 in here. While on the other hand, 2 player coming from Team 12 was able to bail out of the area. But I guess there will gonna be a push still coming from Team 6 since the area, the vicinity is nearby where your Team 12 is trying to move themselves with a single vehicle in here that they're trying to use to get out of that scene. There's a big chance for them because there's a gunner coming from Team 12. There's a big chance for them to knock down a player coming from your Team 6 or your team. VillainSir Esports. It was gonna be a 2v4 situation, but we will see it later on since they are trying to move out of that place. What on the other hand, we are seeing your team 7 in here against your team 10, your SQUADRON Gaming of your Philippines against your Funny Fight Esports of your team Thailand. While on the other hand, they are being dominated and the push coming from your team Philippines, your SQUADRON Gaming NT will gonna give or secure that 4 elimination. It's not that easy to get that elimination, but they still manage for that in trying to move themselves outside the play zone. There's still your team 6 presence, and one of them has been knocked down, and the other one was the last man standing for Team 12, which is your 4 tactical soldiers. We are seeing him in here that the life is on a critical. What on the other hand, those teams who are in the Sasavka military base, they are trying to move themselves on the main island already since the zone or the play zone majority of the play zone will gonna be on the main island. So I guess thinking forward or they are advanced thinking for them is that the play zone will not gonna be on the Sasovka military base, and a lot of teams in here will be um, uh, trying to secure themselves nearby on the western bridge um, on the main island. Well, while on the other hand, some other teams also is trying to move themselves in here. I guess they are trying to move themselves on the middle part of this map for them not to move themselves later on once the place on will gonna shift. Though that was gonna be a nice tactic, but then still they need to put on their minds that we still have here 9 teams and 26 players remaining. So there's a lot of teams still, or there's a lot of players still remaining for this match 1, and we are now in the stage 2. Still have a minute and 13 seconds for them to get those elimination or get a nice place for them to stay in and defend the ground later on. But we are seeing here Team 6 attached that weapon on 416 will be a 4 scope and a spray was given by your team 6 in here. And I guess we are seeing your team 6 in here. Your team VillainSir Esports who are fan of one back push, and it is very effective for their team. No, really have another player coming for team over here. Although the third push is still defending the grounds. I guess there's a nice tactic, but with the shotgun F12K knocking and the last man coming from your team already forgotten to defend his ground and eliminated on this match. From 9 teams, we are 9. We are down into the last 8 teams in here and 22 players. There's still a lot of teams remaining, but there's a lot of smoke popping off on this air on their area, designated area in here, just to defend their grounds. And I guess there's a push coming from Team 11 here, trying to disseminate or trying to eliminate your Team 6 with the type elimination. I guess this team will gonna eliminate them on this match. The TBS, the one hit delete, deleting the whole team in here instantly. That was an easy elimination coming from your Team 11, which will gonna be your Innovate Esports. I guess they are innovate. Their movement is innovatable against your Team 14. Now there's still a presence coming from your Team 14 who's trying to do the third party in here. But I guess it's too late for them to do that since they were able to eliminate your Team 6 already. But with that window coming from far, no knocking down play comes from your Team 11. There's one knockdown coming from your team 11 in here. So your team 14 has the advantage. It will gonna be a 4v3 situation. Still, they're trying to get a reset, but they are being scattered in here. And I guess they needed to give those information, but information dissemination in here. Your team EMB, your team 14 esports coming from your team Philippines is being dominated by your team 11 of Innovate Esports. I guess it that push coming from your team EMB is not effective in trying to pin down those players coming from your team 11. I guess the full force, push should be um, for your team EMB in here. If they were able to do that, then it's a good gameplay coming from your team EMB. But now we just only have here the last two player coming from your team, from their team. We have yourself and Manta, who's trying to hide himself in here, but the flank coming from your team 11. Oh, what a good hide coming from that bullet, but there's the getaway vehicle now running off yourself. We just only have your Manta coming from your team EMB with that 2 elimination on that 7th place. We will see it later on if that will be enough for them to move for this match 1. 4v1 situation, a push coming from your team 11 that DBS is holding by Manta, waiting for the right time with a single shot, instantly knocking down player coming from your team. Now it will gonna be a 3v1 situation. There's still a lot of players coming from your team 11 in here. So your Manta needed to be careful or else their team will gonna be eliminated and instantly that will be for their team. And I guess he wasn't able to secure that elimination. Oh, that will gonna be a bad game coming from your team EMB, securing 2 elimination, but still have 3 players left later on. I guess that game 2, 3, and 4, there's still chance. They needed to be good for those matches to be qualified on the semi-final. 6 teams, 16 players, seeing on the map on the play zone area, now shifted on the area where you Gatka, Pochinki, Ferry Pier, a little bit of the quarry will gonna be on that area. And we are seeing some other teams in here still outside the play zone, though that will gonna be the last man. Oh, half the last man standing coming from your team. Forgotten, I guess. Oh no, it's the 40 as sorry for that. We also have here a team coming from a shadow, but there is a little bit or tension or yeah, from that getaway vehicle. I guess that's a wrong turn coming for a player. Oh, a last man standing on your 40 as I guess those compounds is not secure already for those team or for those last man standing from those teams. And it's better for them to move on a safer place, like a mountain, where other teams will gonna um will not going to move on that area, I should say. Um, uh, not unless they're still squad, just like here, Team 16 still squad is still trying to get their first elimination. And we are seeing a player 77K who's trying to move on that rooftop, though that will gonna give them the advantage to visualize their surroundings, but still the rooftop will gonna be an open ground, so still a little bit care for that team, or else they might gonna be knocked down and eliminated without confirming any elimination. There's a DMR that with an 8 times scope on it, mini 14 with a top we have here coming from Team 16 was trying, I guess, to pin a player coming from our Team 11. Team 11 is the leading team when it comes into elimination with the last 5 teams. But we will see it later on if it will gonna be balanced with that game placement of them. But I guess um, elimination round will gonna be their points in here, not the placement. It will gonna be the number of elimination, though they will be eliminated early, but if they were able to secure 8 elimination, that would be good for those teams. So we are seeing some other teams in here, since the Blazon shifted already, and they are not trying to move themselves on the middle of the play zone area. They are on the edge and waiting for the right time, but there's this engagement already coming from your team 5 against your team 11. Oh, that was close to being knocked down. That is a good drive, but it's not yet done. Coming from the other teams or other players of your team 11, they are being surrounded and they don't know what will gonna they will gonna do. So that gives them the advantage for your team 11 in here, who's being hyped and getting a lot of elimination. Innovate Esports coming from your team Thailand. 4 teams, 13 players still remaining on this match, but there's still a lot. We are now on the stage for 30 seconds more for this team to move themselves on the play zone area. It's too difficult to deal with the blue zone. A lot of all those consumables, those medication will gonna be used by them just to survive on that area. We are seeing here the last one standing coming from your team PNF Esports without elimination. Without elimination yet for the team, but we will see it later on if they will be able to get that elimination before getting eliminated. But on the other hand, those teams already on the play zone area is still there trying to get some elimination. Just like here, Team 7 was trying to reassess their surroundings. This is good for Team 7 because the place and we are seeing on the place that it will gonna be an open ground, so advantage will be on those teams on the high ground already. So a lot of smoking here will gonna be used just to have as temporary screen shield, but up until when will gonna be that smoke grenade for those teams. Now it's between your team 16 and your team 11, who's trying to check on each other because there's a smoke already, and we all know if once that there's a smoke on that area, it means that there is a players trying to hide on their area. So that will gonna be and caution for those teams. And we are seeing here in Team 11, Prey is trying to give by your Team 16. And I guess there's the engagement, there's the battle already coming from these 2 teams who's trying to check on their on each other a while ago, but it's enough already on checking on each other. Now is the time to pin down each other on a critical life away from its location. But I guess 3 players coming from Team 11 here was trying to pin down a player coming from your Team 16. And seeing on the map, they are away from each other. Where's the backup coming from Team 16 in here? And they are being successful to pin down your 99 Vegeta on its area, and your Team F and 5 is near also on its area, and that smoke smoke grenade being popped off by him a while ago is being vanished. So he will gonna be on an open ground. So there's a chance for the other team in here to steal that elimination. With the 14th, 13 players still remaining, still waiting for the right. Still waiting for the play zone to move, and I'm seeing on this area, yeah, this will gonna be an open ground, and it's so difficult to defend the grounds, and not unless you were able to check on a storage house in here, and you can hide yourself in that. But be careful, it might be a single nade, might knock you down, or a molotov, but still, it will gonna be a nice defend, or a nice place for you to hide yourself. And gunshot was being fired already, and we are seeing another player will be or another player knocking down coming from team 16. I guess we just only have here two players coming from there. A frag grenade is about to throw on a player coming from team 11, but away from its location with a quattro and knocking down. So left and right, this teams doesn't know who will going to fire on, since they're being scattered. And one thing more, a frag grenade for a Kobe Bryant in here. Will it be a Kobe Bryant? But I guess it's not, with that range, the DBS, and trying to revive his teammates, since two of them is being pinned down. There's still a chance for them to get a reset, popping off that smoke. But they needed to be careful. 50 seconds more before the play zone. We're gonna move, and dealing with the blue zone area, it will gonna give a lot of damage for them. So still careful for these teams, and confirming the elimination coming from your team 11. We just only have here the last two player, or the last man standing on the study with team 11. A while ago they're still squad, but seeing on this team with a lot of elimination, wow, this team is very aggressive. But we will see with a push coming from a team 7, but stealing that elimination of your team 16. 99% esports. I guess they're trying to get that winner chicken dinner in here, but the presence of your team 7 dominating them one by one, inch by inch. It will gonna be a 3v 3v3 situation, since the player coming from your team 6 has been pinned down already, and trying to eliminate a player comes from Team 16 here, but sad to say, it's been still spotted on its location with the last man standing of your Team PNF, if I'm not mistaken, a while ago, putting themselves on the third spot. It's a 2v3 situation. There's still a chance now. It's a 2v4, since a player who got knocked down a while ago on the side with Team S7 got the revive, but it's not late with a 2v2 or 1v1, a 1v3 situation. A push with the DBS. Will it be a winner for the chicken dinner for Team 7 in here with the critical life? I guess there's still chance. No, it's not. We will not go to give that. By your Team 7 in here, taking home the winner with the chicken dinner with elimination of 9. On the second spot, we have your Team 16, your 99. Yeah, Team 16 with 4 elimination, third spot P and F. Without elimination, your team I and V on the fourth spot with elimination of 13. Wow, that's a lot. We also have here NR 35 on the fifth spot without elimination. Yeah, we've seen already the match one on the map of Rangel. Wow, dominating those teams a while ago on the first on the early game. They are trying to play safe, but in the end they managed to get a winner with a chicken dinner with that elimination. But still, I'm eyeing for team 11 in here, showing us showcasing us their gameplay Hey, wow, that's a wow for me. But we will see it later on if they will be able to take home that winner with the chicken dinner. And while waiting for the next match for the same map, Erangel, because we are having two Erangels and two Miramar for today's revival round of Group 5. Let me have short water break first. Bear, stay tuned.
JHC Beats.
And we're back for the match two of the revival round of your R5. We have seen a team a while ago um, coming from a team 7 taking home that winner with a chicken dinner. But still, I'm still eyeing for team 11 here. So team 11 better get that winner with a chicken dinner and a lot of elimination. And I guess that's the one that I told you a while ago, that the elimination together with the placement should be balanced. But we will see for this match two in the Erangel for once again if your team 11 will gonna take home that winner when it can be there. So I guess later on we will try to show you the partial unofficial board tally for the match one and match two. But I guess the match already started, so let's go and check them out. There you have it. For once again here in the Arundel map. Oh, for this time, the played path is better than the match one. It's on kind of middle of the map, but it's kind of horizontally. Still, the playing path will be will going to start on the Lipovka and we're gonna end on the western part of Gatka. We are seeing here um your D4U already jump off on that plane, and I guess your TPNF is still trying to move themselves on the snipe Pollyanna. And I guess for this time, the dropping point of these teams will gonna be play safe. Since the match one a while ago, we have seen an early engagement, and I'm hoping for this match too that this team will gonna take time to get resources before getting engaged against the other team. And the coordination against on your team PNF in here, I guess they are not well coordinated because we are seeing your shadow who is kind of far away toward its teammate. While on the other hand, your team 4 in here, FGR or FG Reckless 24 is doing or trying to get some resources on those compounds. While on the other hand, Vamsi, what are you doing, Vamsi? Was scrolling. While on the other hand, we have your team 14 that forgot it was being thrown already towards your Alex by your team 5. They are trying to knock him down, but he is on a don't move muscle mode. Don't move a muscle, for instead, that it will gonna give him the advantage to give that element of surprise later on while your team 5 is trying to push through on its location. Still they are trying to locate him, but we are seeing on that screen already on the kill feed, I should say, they are trying to or there is some other teams in here who is being pinned down by your team 17, instantly getting that the first elimination. First blood was being served towards your team 4, and they are being scattered in here, but I guess those communications still being relayed toward each other. Compare it to your team of 4, and a pin down already coming from team 14 against your team 15. Your team EMB is being dominated by your team 5. The DBS instantly holding by your Psycho. Will it be a Psycho? One shot, one hit, delete. The Tommy gun is being used to pin him down, but that it's a no-no, and a push still coming from your Psycho in here, instantly getting the 3 elimination. Now they are trying to get a lot of elimination. Sad to say for your the other teams in here who were engaged with your team ENB eliminated on this match. I guess other teams wasn't able to get inside the room ahead of time. That's why we just only have here 10 teams and 38 players remaining on this match. And there's a push already coming for team 17 coming towards your team 4. I guess that will be the last man standing of your team 4. Your Forgotten will be forgotten for once again in here. Push with a backup. Tommy Gun, and now DPS is being hauled, though he managed to pin down a player come from your team. Oh, 17 on the critical. But securing that elimination, he needed to be careful. But oh no, he's out of bullets with that shot. And now you're going to pin down by your team 17. 2v2 situation, but still we will see it later on if there will be a nice shot coming from Team 7 against their Team 4 in here. What a nice gameplay using the DPS, that jiggle match. Not 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 to or just not to get to be knocked by those teams or those players who's trying to push through on this location. And one thing more, it gives them the advantage, those boxes in front of him. Though those players who's trying to push its location a while ago uh, did the jiggle, but I guess it's not enough, and the boxes absorb those bullets on where they are trying to give on a player coming from your team for a while ago. That's a good gameplay against your team 7 and 8 team 4. While on the other hand, we have here happy shopping for your team 8. Still, they are getting those resources on the Milta Power area. Milta Power and your Mil Tower. On the other hand, there's still a tension between your Team 4 and your Team 17. It's not yet done with the 2v2 situation, while 3 players was able to enter the room on your team for tactical soldiers. I should say, was trying to move themselves also on the vicinity of shelter. So they needed to be careful, but I guess it's a no-no for this time. Later on, maybe these two teams will gonna get engaged, but if I should say, if your team 7 or team 4 will be able to eliminate your team 7. Now, on the vicinity of Gatka, getting at that area by your Team 11. Hello, Team 11. Now they are trying to play safe. A while ago for the match 1, they are being aggressive, and now it's a passive game coming from their team. Stage 1 already started to closing in, and a lot of teams in here is outside the play zone. We're gonna try to move themselves on the play zone area. A minute and 19 seconds more, and I guess the those teams still outside the play zone needed to move their team already. Though the blue zone damage is not that um they will not be damaged that instant, but I guess still moving your team ASAP on the policing area, we're gonna give you the advantage in here to do the gatekeeping and on wanting more. If you move your team on a safer place first, and there's a lot of teams in, or there's the advantage for your team not to get engaged for those teams also who's trying to move themselves on the play zone area. And since the play zone wasn't able to, or the play path I should say, wasn't able to um or yeah, the plane path a while ago is not on the of the military base. I don't think so that there's a team move on that area. But if there's a chance, yeah, there's a that's a nice place for them to get their resources and wanting more. I guess it will gonna be a play, a safe place for them, I should say, to get those resources. A lot of teams in here, see on the map, will be coming on the southern part of this or on the southern part of the main island. Now we are seeing your DO4 for your team FN5. There's a big chance to get engaged. Also, your team is Squadron. Once they move themselves on the hospital area, there is a big chance for your team Squadron and your team SHHS to get engaged in here. But later on, we will see if how they're going to defend their grounds and how they're gonna be deal with those teams who's trying to move also on the play zone area. Good thing for the other teams who's on the northern part of this map already. They just gonna wait for the right moment to give those bullet. But I guess for team six, team 11 in here against your team 8, there's no waiting time for them, and there's a push already coming from your team 8 in here trying to get their first elimination, but one of them is on a critical live it with that Buggy is trying to get some information and relay it on their teammate, but I guess one of them has been pinned down already by your team 8 a while ago. And one of them has been eliminated. Oh, they are being dominated by your team 8. I want to go into the match 1. They are being aggressive, and it's a good thing for them. But oh no, on the top of the mountain, don't forget your team 12 in here is doing to do the third party, and stealing that for that elimination coming from your team 8 is either your team 8 or your team 11 in here. That because we just only have here the last player coming from team 11. It will gonna be a 3v2 situation, but don't forget your team 14 who's on the top of that hill a while ago is trying to do the third party, or team 12 I should say, your 40s in here with that single nade. Another one will gonna be pinned down on your team 8. I guess that will be an overcook coming from team 8. That's why he got knocked down. This is a battle between your team 11 and your team 8 with those troubles they are holding, or um they were able to get from those houses a while ago, and we will see it in we will see in here if whose team who has more throwables against each other, holding the spray grenade, holding those Molotov. I guess it's better for your teammate in here to give Molotov first, and then a follow up of frag grenade. There's a big chance for them to pin down those players on the side with Team 11. But we are seeing those positions coming from Team 11 in here. In every angle, they are trying to defend their grounds. Now, there's a push already coming from Team 12, though three of them were able to get inside, but I guess they were able to pin down a player coming from Team 8 a while ago. That's why they have already secured one elimination. Just looking for the right time. Shotgun, Tommy gun pushing through, getting out of that bunk house, trying to get engaged in here. We have here your beast is giving those beast bullet to pinning in trying to pin down those players on the side of team 8, but I guess he's not being successful in here since a smoke grenade is was top off on that location a while ago, so that would be a blind side for him. And since your team 12 presence give them the hindrance to pin down your team 11 in here by your team 8, I guess they decided to bail out the area, but oh no, it's not yet enough, or it's not yet for your teammate, it's not yet done for them. For your team 12 in here, you're trying to do the third party. Now one of them has been pinned down. We just only have here two players standing, and we have here Potato who's trying to secure that elimination using that getaway vehicle, but it's not being effective. And there is the push already trying to revive his teammate, but it's better for him to pop off smoke first before before getting that reset and a push. But oh no, that would be a wrong move on your team 8 in here against your team 12. Still, for this time, still trying to get that reset with a critical life coming from your team 12, and decided by your team 8 in here to bail out the area since two of them has been eliminated, and we just only have here two players standing. I guess it's still early for them to be eliminated on this match, and knowing that we are still on the stage 2, there's still a early game for this match 2. And reminder for these teams that this is the match 2 already. We just only have last two matches left later on for on the map of Miramar, so that with that last two games. There's a slim chance for them to secure that elimination since we are shifting. We're gonna be shifting a nap, and we're not going to use the Erangel already though. So another adjustment for those teams who's not that familiar on the map of Miramar. Speaking of adjustment, there is a nice line in trying to defend their grounds for Team 7 in here against their opposing team, which is your Team 14. But we are seeing on the kill feed who's having engagement, your Team 99 Adi pinning down those players coming from your team squadron of your Team 10. EMB also, no? They are having engagement and trying to get those elimination, I should say, successfully getting those elimination. One of them is on a critical life, but there's a push already with a 3v1 situation in here. So a player coming from your team 16 needed to be careful. Two DBS is holding by your team squadron, but instantly pinning down. Oh, he still managed to secure that elimination but before getting eliminated by your team squadron. That's a good gameplay, securing that elimination with two elimination coming from your team 16, and we just only have here the last two players coming from your team ENP. On the area of Georgia Paul, nearby the school or hospital, I should say, they are still trying to defend their grounds. While on the other hand, same with your team 14 against your team 7, but they are being dominated on those lineup that your team 7 is doing at this time with those regions. They are giving them, it gives them the advantage. Two has been pinned down, the other one has been eliminated. There's still a chance. No, there's no chance for a player who got knocked down already. Psycho on your team 14, your EMP Esports. So that's nice defense coming from your team 7 in here. But oh no, it's not yet done. And there's your team EMB was trying to regain and redeeming themselves against your team 7. One has been pinned down. The other one, Psycho, who got knocked down a while ago, successfully getting that reset. While on the other hand, we have here Sev is being pinned down, but we still have two players coming from Team 14 in here, so it will gonna be a 3v2 situation, and there is the restriction of the play zone stage 3. We are now leaning on the stage 4. Those successful getting the reset, healing himself. The location of your team 7. Spray. Another one, Psycho for the knock on this time. Molotov is being thrown, but with the push through coming from your team 7 in here, oh no, it's a bye-bye for your team EMB. 18, 20 players still remaining with 4 elimination. They are on the blue zone area. They needed to move their ass fast in here or else they're gonna be dealing with the blue zone. Checking on the map. Oh, the play zone will be on the Georgia Pole where your team D4U together with your team 99 already on the play zone area. Um, on the area of Georgia Pole, it it's good that there's a lot of building in here where they can save themselves, but it's so difficult to get or to secure an elimination on this area because of those buildings, and at the same time it will gonna be a dense place for that because a lot of our players in here will gonna think that the place will be there and that the place is a nice place for them to defend their ground since there's a lot of buildings in here to hide themselves. So I guess that will be the only, or a lot of our teams in here will gonna try to put themselves in that area, and we are now seeing 3 teams in here. Team 18, Team 8, together with your Team 11. While on the other hand, there's on the kill field already, getting engaged and getting those elimination. We are down to the last 19 players, last 2 players still standing for your Team 11 in here. Your Innovate Esports But I guess with that single elimination, while on the other hand, your team PNF, there you have it, PNF with 3 elimination, and now they are trying to get a lot of elimination. For your team Squadron also were able to pin down a player coming from your team 16. I guess that would be your team 16 in here. On this area, we're gonna be chaotic since left and right of those bullet is flying toward each other. But still, we will see it later on since we still have 8 teams, I should say, and 17 players. From 19, we're just down to the last 17 players in here. But the team itself still standing for that 8 teams. There you have it. Oh, it's not a being aware. And a spray. Mining pinning down a player coming from a PNF. I guess that's a good. That would be an easy elimination for that one. But you needed to be careful since their teammate or your team PNF is now already on its location, and there's a spray already in pinning down a player coming from team 11 too. So a while ago, we have seen we just only have your last player coming from your team 11 in here. But for now, since the player since a player coming from Innovate Esports has been pinned down by your TPNF. We just only have here the last man standing. There you have it, who got eliminated on the blue zone area. Still 8 teams, 15 players. PNF, since they are being scattered and wanting more. I guess Lucas will gonna be the last man in here. He needed to be careful since we still have a lot, the last man behind them. And a spray, we're gonna and a single spray will be put down or pin down these teams on their area. Deja vu together with your Lucas and now trying to reposition with the getaway vehicle is still that getaway vehicle. We're gonna give them an easy um uh, easy way to move themselves on the other place. But I guess that will gonna be a wrong turn for Team PNF in here since the presence of your Team 16 as spray using that M416 at 3 times scope a while ago. One of them has been eliminated, and we just only have here Lucas who's right to the running ground since Dejavu is being pinned down for a 40S Beast. He is still, or he is being beast in here. Oh, but I guess your SQD was able to steal that elimination on that mountain. Oh no. What a nice game coming from your SQD. And other teams still hiding themselves since there you have it. I guess the play zone will not be on those buildings, but it will gonna be on the open ground. Though there's a big mountain nearby that area where they can move themselves. But I guess that will be gonna be on the play zone area. A spray using that M416 at 3 times scope, but he's not being successful in pinning down coming from or a player coming from your team squadron. Away from its location, they are being scattered and instantly eliminated. A player coming from your team 4. Your team Forgotten is one by one being forgotten on this match. But wow! With the presence of your team 40S in here, two or a player coming from your team squadron has been pinned down. But oh no, there is a push or reposition. But what happened to that? He's being excited and getting out on that getaway vehicle. That's why he got eliminated. Oh no, what a sad um thing for that team, for your team FNT. Funny fight? I guess that's a funny fight esports who get the one who managed to get a winner with each container on the match one. Or FGT we have here. Last one standing on the edge of the play zone, but he's not aware the player coming from a team 11 is getting nearby towards its location. A frigate is being used. Now it's a battle of throwables in here. From 8 teams, we're just down on the last 5 teams, I should say, and 8 players. So, advantage because your team 16 when it comes into player is standing. A while ago, I guess your team 16 is one of the team who is on the top 2 or top 5, top 3 a while ago. But this will be the end for Team Squadron in trying to take home that What About the Chicken Dinner. DBS was being used by your beast a while ago. But oh, the edge on that heal by your Team 16, instantly getting that elimination coming from your Team 12. And oh no, with those presence of your Team 16 eliminating that team. Though he have a clear shot in here, he's trying to hide himself because he knows that we just only have here. But I guess with that decision, that's a wrong one. It's a 4v3 situation. Before getting that or giving that frag grenade, he got knocked out with the DBS, but it's a good thing in cooking that one. Still, your team 16, your 99% esports, we're gonna take home that the winner rich container on the match 2. With the elimination of 9, we have here FG on the second spot with the elimination. Your team, Innovate Esports on the third spot with 4 elimination. Though they managed to get the third spot, but when it comes into elimination, it seems like um they decided not to be aggressive and play safe. I guess it's better for them to be aggressive because there's a lot of elimination they were able to secure a while ago on the match 1. So we'll see it later on in the match 3 if they were going to be aggressive for once again. On the first spot, we have here 40s and some other teams on the fifth spot. And that would be it for the match 2. Later on, for the match 3. Um oh, before we have our break, we were gonna try to show you the partial unofficial board score for as of match 1. There you have it. As of match 1, we have here Funny Fight Esports with all placement points, though they managed to get the winner with the placement points of 10 and elimination of 9. That would be a total of 13 or 19, I should say. Sorry for that. 19 total points. Getting that top spot, we have here Innovate Esports on the second spot with 17 elimination. VillainSir Esports on the third spot with 11 elimination. Oh, close score from your 99% esports and your team VillainSir Esports with a single point on the fourth spot, 99 esports on the fifth spot, Forgotten with 5 points PNF on the sixth spot with 5 points, 4 tactical soldier on the fourth spot. On the seventh spot, I should say, with 4 elimination. D4U on the eighth spot with 3 elimination. EMP on the ninth spot with 3 elimination also, together with your team MR35 on the 10th spot with 3 elimination. We also have your Bad Dream for you with 1 elimination on the 11th spot. For your team Squadron, together with your team Emperors, Blue Scorpion, SHHS, Ninja Esports, sad to say, they were not able to secure elimination a while ago on the first match. But we've seen the second match a while ago. I guess your team Squadron were able to secure some elimination. So that will gonna be very later on. Before the match 2 or match 3, I should say. We're gonna start later on. And while waiting for that moment, let me have a short water break first. Be right back and stay tuned. There you have it. Now we are now on the third match in the Miramar map. Wow, this is so fast for these teams. This will gonna be the second to the last match. So those teams who's trying to get a spot on the semifinals, they needed to be good in here. Now the plane path will be coming on the northwest of our map and moving towards on the southeast or on the area of Puerto Rico, or coming from the La Cabrera towards the Puerto Paraiso, I should say. A good thing for this map, this is a big map where a lot of place in here they can get there's resources. Just like here we are seeing your team BD who is moving themselves on the La Cabrera, or the other hand your PNF is on the area of El Poso, Hacienda del Patron for team A and B, while on the other hand Squadron together with your FGR who is trying to move themselves on the Picaro area or on the Chumacera. And before the end of the plane path, a lot of teams in here who gonna try to move on the southern part of this map. Oh no, I guess this is not good for these teams. There will gonna be an early engagement for those teams who is on that area. Good thing for those teams who jump earlier, uh jump off of that plane earlier. They were gonna get an ample time to get those resources, and wanting more, they will not gonna worry on the other teams or for that early engagement. Oh no, here we go, an early engagement might be for team 11 against your team 12, but for these times still they're trying to get those resources. I guess that shotgun already is being or is holding by your Jow, but I guess now they are aware that there's still some teams on this area. But good thing for this area is that this is composed of a lot of buildings, so chance of getting those resources not to get shot by the other teams is high. Compare it on the open grounds or other area here in the Miramar. Now, holding the Tarambugan, we have here Beast. Will it be a Beast fire coming from him towards a nearby player of your team 11? Nearby player of your team 11, we will see it later on, but for this time we have here your team 11 against your team 7, trying to check on each other with a push. But oh, what happened to your deja vu? I guess he is being AFK, that's why he get drowned on the edge of the zone in trying to take away that getaway vehicle. He's being spotted, but not a single bullet has been thrown or has been felt by your FN5 fort. So sad for Deja Vu. Maybe later on for the last match, going to fight well against these teams. 12 teams were able to get inside this room, 46 players remaining, but we will see it since the AFK player coming from Team PNF, we have seen got eliminated, while on the other hand, trying to wait for the right time to give the bullet using the UMP 45 being the secondary weapon, but I guess he's being aware. The player coming from Team 11 is trying to cross that road just to get nearby towards each location. While on the other hand, um, they being safe. We have your Team 16 being safe in getting those resources. And Good thing for a lot of teams in here. Well, we are going to see a lot of teams in here will gonna use DMR guns since it is very suitable for those teams to use that DMR gun, and at the same time a sniper rifle. A bolt action is useful on this map. Good thing for the other team in here being scattered away on away from the other teams, but I guess inch by inch, we are seeing your team 11 trying to bail out of the area, but sad to say, oh no, a player coming from our team who gonna be pinned down using the Rambo gun and a 3 times scope to it. Oh no, with the recoil, easily pinning down a player coming from our team. INV top and trying to secure that one with the first blood, but still is being spotted. A bullet is being thrown towards its location. I guess I will not gonna throw away my bullet that fast, but instead trying to reposition with a better vision towards your team 11. But he needed to be careful in here since he is the front. He is in front of your team 11. Oh, just in front with a 2v1 situation. We'll see it later on if we're going to take that elimination. Will it be your team 12 or team 11? Another ref position is being done by your for you. But on the other hand, since they are being aware, I guess it's good for them to do defend their grounds. But Zhao needed to be careful since DPS is holding. But oh no, for this time you're gonna be pinned down. Though one of them has been pinned down first by your team 12, but that elimination was being confirmed first by your team 11. I guess it's time for your team 12 in here to bail out of the area with a getaway vehicle, UMP 45, in trying to check on that team, but it's too late for that. And a good thing for their teammate in here, were able to get that reset. Still, complete player on your team INV. Getting away on the vicinity of Los Leones since that is a danger ground. But let's not forget your team 10 who's getting nearby on the Picado area. They are being are getting nearby towards against the art team, I should say. Kelfid 99JP or J9, I should say, has been knocked down already, coming from the other team. While on the other hand, the presence of your team 8 in here, they are trying to spray down your team 11, having that advantage on the high grounds. But your team squadron is being good in hiding themselves. But they needed to be careful. Sniper rifle bolt action. Speaking of careful, I guess your team 6 is being careless against your team 6. A push, but oh no! We will not gonna be eliminated without eliminating a player come from your team 6 with the last man standing still. He managed to secure that elimination before getting eliminated by your team 6. Wow. Sad to say, we're going to watch his teammate on how to fight against these 11 teams remaining and 40 players. Stage 2, we are now on the stage 2. A minute and 56 seconds still given for this team to move themselves, but on the other hand, there's no waiting time for Team 8 against their Team 4 in here in trying to get engaged and get that first elimination against their Team 4. But I guess it's a good defense is being done by your Team 4 on that area against your Team 8. There's a good it's a good place for Team 8 in here. Being on the high grounds, it will gonna give them the easy check on your team 4, but let's not forget that they are in the open ground. And there you have it. Speaking of open ground, the lake has been sprayed easily with a reflex, trying to dodge those bullets. Now he's trying to hide himself. Oh, with popping off that smoke, the smoke is being used. But we still have here doing the flank or trying to do the third party fire 40 as Beast. Holding that Rambo gun, 75 ammo on it. With that spray, be able to pin down that player. I don't think so. For this time, maybe later on, since still early for that one. Oh, a spray is being given already in trying to reposition using that buggy, but I guess it's too late for that spray. Checking on your team for in here. Oh no, oh no, he's not being aware that the player behind him for your team 4 now has the advantage, that edge, that leverage is spray in trying to destroy the getaway vehicle. Abaka is needed by its teammate, and they are being successful in eliminating the last 2 players coming from your team 40S. I guess bad decision for team 40S to give that spray a while ago. Checking on the map on the play zone area, the center will be on the Hacienda del Patron. We are seeing a lot of teams in here on the western southern part of this map. There's a lot of players, so we are expecting an engagement later on between these teams, since they are getting nearby towards each other. There's no way that the other team will or we are not seeing some other we are not seeing teams in here will get a flank hard in trying to move themselves on the northern part of this map, on because that will gonna give them the safer place not to get engaged against this team still this team who are on the southern and western part of this map. AUG gun. We are using an AUG gun together with that M416 spray by your team EMB. They are definitely eliminating those INV. Team 11, I should say, on this match. That one knock push, but will it be a decision-wise or nice decision for them? Oh, with the frag grenade thrown at a nice angle. What a nice throw by your Sev of your team EMB. INV in here is getting eliminated. Still, there's a knockdown player coming from their team. Still trying to hide. I guess we just only have here last man standing coming from our team INV. So, inch by inch, they are their gameplay is inch by being bad. It's not getting good. It's not getting better. Instead, it's getting bad inch by inch. What is happening to you guys? Though they managed to save themselves against your team EMP a while ago, but I guess it's not yet done for your team 11 in here in not getting engaged, since your team 6 presence a spray a while ago. We have seen that they've been located by your team 6, and wanting more, we also have here team 4 against your team EMB. A spray was given by your team, I guess that's coming from the other team, right? And push was made by your team 4 in here, still trying to defend their grounds. We are going to see a 3-way fight in here. Your team 6 against your team EMB and your team of 4 on a critical life trying to heal up, and your team FG a maximum will be able to maximize that bullet just pin down those players coming from team 14. I guess not, because the your team 14 is trying to save themselves on that compound already. Same also with your team 18 here, with a percent of your team 10 push, or we have here squadron. Oh, they are away from each other, but I guess it's too late for team squadron here to do that push on your team 8. Since the presence also of a player coming from your team 8, we're gonna give them the danger. So the edge goes to your team 8 in here, because one of them is on the flank already, trying to get some information on the proper positions of your team 10 to designate, or to give that information towards their team to easily pin down those players coming from a team squadron. But I guess um it will not gonna be easy uh for your team to eliminate your team squadron. That compound of them, or that place where your team squadron is located, is a nice place to defend, and they are trying to get every angle just not to be pushed by those different teams um surrounded by them. The restriction for your stage 3 started already. We are now leaning on that stage 4 in here, with the last 3 players coming from your team FG. Still on the blue zone area for team E and B, for your team I and V also, for your on the area of Hacienda del Patron. Now the center of the play zone will be on the water treatment. We are seeing your team MR35 who is on that area already, and there's a team on the northern part of this map, but with the shifting of the play zone, they needed to move themselves on the next play zone area. While on the other hand, other teams already getting engaged in trying to get a better place on the play zone area. We have here Team 6 with 6 elimination, together with your Team 14 on this area. EMB, we just only have here Psycho, who will be the last man standing, now cooking the frag grenade and hoping for a nice throw. But with that Molotov being thrown on its area, I guess it's too late to cook that one. He's being cooked by the Molotov. And that would be it for Team EMB. Eliminated already on this match. 9 teams, 31 players. Still a lot of teams remaining for this third match. We are seeing another team coming from the Philippines against your Team 8. Team 8, who uh Team 8 coming from, if I'm not mistaken, this team is coming from Cambodia. Yeah. Who is trying to get the first elimination, and they are being surrounded already on the southern part. They are there's the presence of your team SQD, while on the northeastern and eastern part, there's a presence coming from the other team. So I guess they are kind of on the center, or they are on the edge of the play zone. And since we are now in the stage, this stage for last 19 and 31 players, our play zone is being chaotic already. And later on, we are going to expect a lot of teams in here will or a lot of bullet will be coming from left and right, back and front. So it's better for them to hide themselves on a building or a house, not to get caught by the other teams and being knocked down and eliminated on this match. One of the player coming from a team that has been pinned down already, and I guess they are not being aware that Potato is here, and I guess that Potato is not that spray coming from Potato is not being Potato. He was able to pin down your Lucas of your team SQD. Another one we're gonna be pinned down coming from team SQD. We just only have here 2 players coming from their team. And one thing more, doing the third party will gonna be your team 6. So the edge goes to your potato in here, in pinning down and securing this elimination. Just not to be caught by the other teams in here and just to have an easy elimination. But then again, it's too late for that one since your team or your team 6 inch by inch we're gonna get that reset that they needed. Now hoping that Fergany, hoping for a nice throw in here. Will it be a nice throw for a knockdown for another elimination? I don't think so. And their teammate is being pinned down also by the other team using the EMP 45 for a spray. He's trying to defend his ground in here, but it's too late for that. Or I guess it's his defense in here is not being effective against your team 4. Now, Ferganade against that Ferganade, but no one who got knocked down for that one. I guess they needed to get a proper information on those positions coming from their team so that their frag grenade is being effective in throwing towards their opposing teams. 7 teams, 21 players with 2 elimination. Here we go for team 5, MR35, who is being scattered and trying to defend their grounds. Seeing your team 17 together with their opposing teams. The last man, if I'm not mistaken, coming from team 11 in here. We are also seeing another player coming from team 14, and there you have it. Your sidekick. Will it be a definitely nice spray coming towards your team 11 in here to eliminate that team for this match, or maybe later on? Since presence also coming from the other teams, we're gonna give them the great danger. And we have your FGs being pinned down against your team F and 5, but in the end, your team FG managed to eliminate those 2 players coming from your team F and 5. So we just only have 2 players coming from their team, and team 17 also bad dream for you. Will it be a bad dream towards their opposing team, or it will gonna be a bad dream later on for their team since they are not on the play zone area, and we are seeing your team 7 against your team 4 in here and trying to reposition, but the presence of your team 4 on the high ground will give a great danger towards their team. And there's the Fergany being thrown, and one of them is being pinned down. While on the other hand, we still have here a player coming from the team who is on a critical and easily or managed to get a reset, while on the other hand, his other teammate is being eliminated already. But it's not too late for that one. DBS is being used, but there's a Quattro. Or the away from its location, we have here team 5 who were able to eliminate the last man standing coming from that team. We just only have here 5 teams, 12 players remaining. For a team 4, they are showing us a great defense in here in trying to pop off a lot of smoke, but still they needed to be careful with 7 elimination already. I guess it's better for them to get that winner with a chicken dinner for them to get a lot of points for this third match. It's too late to reposition themselves, but it's not yet late to get engaged against your team 7s, but still the defense for your team 7 in here is greater than the push coming from a team 8 who were eliminated on this match, while on the other hand, still being pinned down on its location. Oh, still they are being on the edge of the play zone, but the presence of your team 5 in here, booting away from its location. One player has been pinned down by your team 6, so one of them has been pinned down, so still trying to get that reset. I guess it's not good for your team 16 here to push to the location of your team 5, though that the one knock push is effective a while ago, but with this kind of play zone, I guess it's not effective anymore. And the edge for Team 4 in here, still being on the high grounds, though they are not on the play zone area, and popping a lot of smoke in here. We're gonna give them a temporary spin shield against the vision of your Team 5, and while on the other hand, while doing that one, frag grenade is being thrown in trying to pin those players on the side with Team 5. This is the right time for Team 6 in here to eliminate your Team 5. Now it's between, or Team 4 I should say, is between your Team 5 and your Team 6. We have here MR35 and VillainSir Esports, who is trying to take home that Wherever Chicken Dinner. Both of these teams, one of them has been pinned down. They are trying to get a reset, though the advantage goes to Team 5 for once again in here, since they are not scattered compared to Team 6 in here, but still they needed to be careful because both of this team is on the edge of the play zone area. And a player coming from Team 6 is away from its location, who's trying to be on the play zone area, is being spotted already, and that is free coming from Recycling in here, easily pin him down with a 2v1 situation, but still they are trying to defend their ground with the last man standing on the side of Team 6, 2v1 situation, who were going to take home that winnable chandelier for this third match. Divis is being used, is holding by a player coming from Team 5, but there's a Molotov already, is trying to eliminate those players. But then again, oh no, I guess this we're gonna take home by your Team 6. VillainSir Esports taking home the winner with a chicken dinner with elimination of 17. Wow. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's 17. 8, 5, and 4. That would be 17 points for them. For your team, MR35 on the second spot with 5 elimination. Your FG on the third spot with elimination of 8. We also have your FN5 on the fourth spot with 4 elimination, and your D4U on the fifth spot with 3 elimination. A while ago, um, before we had a break on the match 2, I told you guys that we're going to show you the partial unofficial board tally as of match 2. So here we go. I guess it's already ready. Still, oh no, I guess it's not. No. Um, we are now seeing your team 99% being the top 1 as of match 2 with points of 29. That 4 points ahead of your top 2 Funny Fight Esports with 25 points, a single points ahead coming from your Innovate Esports with 24 points. Forgotten on the fourth spot with 14 points away with the 10 points ahead. But then they are being ahead of 1 point coming from on the fifth spot of your 4 Tactical Soldier. But that will going to vary for this last match, since your team 6, your team Villian Esports were able to take home that winner with the chicken dinner with 17 elimination. Wow, that will be later on before the match. We're going to show you before the match for we're going to start, but while waiting for the moment, let me have a show water break first. Be right back. Stay tuned. Hello. For once again, we are back for this last match for today's revival round of your R5. Once again, I'm your shoutcaster Pong Gaming MR. Here we go. This was gonna be the last match, and a while ago, I told you guys that we were going to flash on the screen the partial and official board tally as of match 3, and here we go. We have here, since they managed to take home that winner chicken dinner with 17 elimination. Now they are being on the spot. With this last match later on, will they able to be on the top? We have here VillainSir Esports taking home or getting the first spot with 38 points. We have your Funny 8 Esports on the second spot with 31 points. 99% Esports on the third spot with 30 points. Innovate Esports on the fourth spot with 28 points. We also have here Forgotten on the fifth spot with 27 points. Are we from their scores will be on the sixth spot will be is your MR35, I should say, with 14 points, together with your team PNF with 14 points. We also have here on the eighth spot your four tactical soldiers with 13 points. On the ninth spot, D4U with 12 total points. Bad Dream for you. With 10 total points on the 10th spot, EMB on the 11th spot with 8 points, Squadron Gaming MT on the 12th spot with 7 points. Still, with 0 scores is your Blue Scorpion, your SHHHH, Ninja Esports, and Distrik51 Esports. I guess for your team MR35 with 14 points, together with your team PNF on that with 14 points, there's still chance for them to be part of the top 5 or top 3 once they manage to get those elimination, a lot of elimination. And also, let's not forget in taking home that winner chicken dinner, there is a big chance for them to be on those spots. And here we go for this last match. Oh, a while ago, the plane path that was on the La Cobreria moving towards in the Puerto Paraiso, but for this time, it's way different coming from on the Torre Ahumada and moving towards on the area of Minas del Sur. Though it's way different, it's not parallel for the last plane path, still kind of on the middle of the plane on the map, I should say, is a plain path. But compare it to your third match a while ago. Um, some other teams in here were able or were decided to jump off on that plane. Um, Earlier, but for this time, I guess on the middle, there's a lot of teams in here spreading on that area. I guess some of them were gonna try to move on the Los Leones. While on the other hand, your team INV a while ago, they decided to move themselves on the Los Leones, but we are now seeing their team trying to move on the Monte Nuevo. Oh no, the other teams in here, EMB, is now trying to get those elimination against their opposing team. I guess they managed to secure those elimination already. So First Blood was being serve those to that opposing team of them. While on the other hand, where your team 4 in here is peacefully getting those elimination, and it's a good team for team 4 in here. It's a good or it's a wise decision for them. Oh no, here we go for your team Picado. This will gonna be a hot drop indeed. PNF against your team A and B. Two teams coming from your team PH now having engagement. Oh no, I don't think uh I don't think so, or I don't think I can watch these two teams coming from my country getting engaged against each other. Mantas being pinned down. PNF is trying to rotate in here. Psycho is still spotted by your team PNF, but there's still chance for Team ENB in here with the spray a while ago. Sev is trying to save his teammates, but oh no, that would be a wrong decision for their team because the last man standing coming from your team EMB in here is trying to deal with your team 17, and is that we're gonna give them the disadvantage, and they are being eliminated already on this match with the 12 teams a while ago. We are now in the 11 teams. One has been eliminated, so that would be the end for your team EMP. SQD, PNF. We also have here um still we are seeing a three-way fight, four-way fight. Pity for Team 17. One of them has been eliminated, but still they're trying to defend their ground. And one on the other hand, some other players coming from their team is inch by inch, we're gonna try to bail out of the area. While on the other hand, PNF on that area is being spotted and being pinned down. Oh, with the Rambo gun, M249. Oh no, Squadron is trying to do the party. What is happening? Indeed, Pecado. We're gonna be hot drop. Here we go for the Pecado War. Deja Vu is being pinned down by another team coming from your team PH. But with that fight against your team 17, they've been easily eliminated already. Team PNF, sad to say, they've been eliminated, but there's still a presence of your team squadron with a 3v4 situation who are going to dominate. And I guess your team squadron needed to be careful in here, needed to eliminate your team 17, because your team 17 managed to secure a lot of elimination, and we are seeing them on this time, I should say, sorry for that, that they are pinning the other players outside with team 17, with the last one standing in here with the handgun. But oh no, why is that a lot of teams in here is being attracted on the area of Pecado? There's your 40 as away from its location, doing the third party from 5 teams, where we are down on the last 2 teams here in the Picado area. It's between your SQD and your Team 40 as from match 1 until match 4. We are seeing three consistent player in here being on the room. So just for the right time, your team SQD managed, your boss of your team SQD managed to get that reset just on the right time and getting ready to get engaged against your Beast. Beast is now trying to push through the area where Team SQD is located, away from its location. We have here your DLGNN for you, who were able to give that spray, but sad to say, Highless will gonna be pinned down by your team SQD. They will not going to give elimination on your team 40S in here. They're going to fight and they're going to defend their grounds in here. They are trying to tell for your team 40S that it's a bad decision for your team 40S to push through their location, and one by one they were being eliminated, and we just only have here the LGGNN for you will be the last man standing, holding the M416 and a 6x scope in it, together with the secondary weapon of UMP45. It will be a 1v4 situation. With that 1v4 situation, the question is that will he able to do the clutch or squad wipe in here, or will he decide to bail out of the area, rep position, and wait for the right time to eliminate those players coming from your team SQT. While on the other hand, we are seeing three-way fight, though away from its location is your team MR35. We are having a fight against your team 11 again and your team 4, and I guess there is a counter attack between these two teams, and one of them, Maximum, is trying to maximize that location of him. He were able to pin down a player coming from your team 11 a while ago, though inch by inch trying to get that reset that he needed, and a push would coming from him, though he's holding that M6 SK12, I should say, but easily pinned down by your team 11. So it will not gonna vary on this on that gun that they are holding. It will gonna be vary on how the tactics your team 11 trying to defend their grounds against your team 4. A while ago we are seeing 4v4 situation. The one of a player is was able to eliminate by your team 4 earlier, compare to your team 11, but with that wrong decision of pushing through your team 11 in here, two of them is eliminated by your team. um, I envy your team 11. So we are seeing your team 11 in here that they are showing us your good, their good defense against those opposing team of them. Decided to fight with against your team squadron here. A push will be coming for your team squadron since they noticed that your DLGNN for you will be the last man standing. So it's time for them to eliminate the last man. But there's a getaway vehicle easily bailing out of the area, but we will see it later on if he will be able to get out on that area. I guess not, since we are seeing still his presence on this area. This area is a kind of puzzle for this two teams, Squadron and your team 12, your team of 4 tactical soldiers in here. There's a lot of Regis that Mike gonna use to hide himself for the last man standing of your team 40S in here, but still in searching. And in the end, your key were able to give that last bullet in saying goodbye for your team 40S. From 12 teams, we're just down on the last 8 teams and 25 players. There's still a lot of players still standing in here. We are still on the stage 2. A minute and 16 seconds more. And the restriction for this stage 2 in leaning on the stage 3, we're gonna start in a little bit. And we have seen the play zone is moving on the southwest of the map. And good for your team 99. I guess there we are seeing your team 99, a player coming from your team 99 in here. That is that a player coming from your team 99 or your team D4? Who is outside the play zone, D4U, I should say. Sorry for that. And what is happening for Team VS, who is still on the Puerto Paraiso area? I guess they are dealing with the blue zone area, and later on, maybe they're gonna be this. They will going to decide to move themselves on the play zone, and they will gonna travel far away. That's long distance on the play zone area. So it's better to for them to take a battery fuel pack, or else they might do the jogging in trying to move themselves on the play zone area. With the lasso player standing on their team, though they managed to secure 2 elimination. It's a good decision to do the play safe, but I guess it's better for them to do the play safe on the play zone area, not on the blue zone, because the blue zone will be their number 1 enemy in here. Still 8 teams, 25 players. Your team 4 is getting nearby towards your team 11 presence, but there's no engagement yet, but we will see it later on if there will be an engagement between the two teams. While on the other hand, your team SHH, since uh, they were not able to secure or get a good number of points a while ago, we are seeing them that they are trying to be passive in here. They are trying to do the play safe game, compare it to the other team. And here we go for Team INV. Still, I'm eyeing for this team. A while ago, We have seen on how they dealt with their opposing team with a lot of elimination. But what is happening to you guys? This will be the last match. So still, I'm hoping that we're gonna take home that winner chicken dinner. There's still a lot of time here to get some resources. I guess some other teams still trying to get those resources that they are lack with, and we are seeing uh, a lot of our players is trying to or a lot of players in here is using a DPS being the secondary weapon and also the primary weapon of choice of for a lot of these players will be that M416. Yeah, DBS is being a new meta for this time. Before DBS, it's the UMP45. Personally, I prefer to use that M416, the secondary weapon of UMP45, compared to that DPS, because my bullet for the DPS is not it's not that I don't know what is happening to that DPS. If I'm holding the DPS, the bullet will not gonna throw that easily towards toward my opposing player. But when I'm using that UMP45, I'm easily pinning down my opposing player in playing PUBG for 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years or almost 3 years. At first, it's a I use I usually use a it's either a DMR or a sniper rifle bolt action because for me that sound when knocking down a player using that sniper rifle bolt action is a music a nice music to my ears, and that will be the cue for my teammate to push through that opposing team. But for these teams that we are seeing at this time, I guess we are seeing few of these players using that DMR or the sniper rifle bolt action. And one thing more, the play zone is getting smaller and smaller. So the use of the TMR and sniper rifle bolt action is not useful anymore. So they needed to change their secondary weapon into a match useful weapon when it comes into CQC. Still 8 teams and 24, and we are now seeing that a lot of teams in here are trying to do the play safe. Maybe later on, once a stage 4 or a stage of 5, there will gonna be a chaotic play zone, and we will be seeing a lot of bullet being thrown towards each other. But the question is that who will going to take home that winner with a chicken dinner, and whose team will going to be part of the semi-final for this bracket. This will be the last match for them to show us their skills and of course to get a lot of elimination, or else they will not going to be part of the semifinal. We are seeing some engagement already on the kill feed, but as of now, still a lot of players in here. I guess SQD is the leading team when it comes into elimination. We are seeing 7 elimination on their team, and now they are trying to pin down your team 11. A spray was given by your K, but I guess the spray was able to dodge by your team 11. But inch by inch, your team 11 is um, getting those or receiving those bullets of spray coming from your team SQD. PSS with the last two players standing on their team, they are trying to get the high ground in moving themselves on the play zone area. They needed to be careful since they are moving on the vicinity where your team 16 is located. Your team 99% VS of your team 6 with a push. Oh no, VS of your team 6 VillainSir to take home that winner with a chicken dinner a while ago, but oh no, now this will gonna be the part 2 of their engagement. But for this time, your team VS is being dominated by your team 9. And I guess that will be the end of your team VillainSir. Good thing for the third match they were able to get the top spot, but it will going to be differ later on, no? With a lot of Molotov being thrown towards its location. Van is being fried on that building, so there's another chance for your van to get a reset. He's been eliminated, but we still have here your boss K together with his teammate. There's still 3 players standing on their team, but for the team players standing, we just only have here 7 and 21 players. Killkid SHH now trying to get the first elimination, if I'm not mistaken, and one player coming from your team 5 has been pinned down. And but there's still a psychic or a psycho who's trying to get that reset, and the restriction for the stage 4 begins. The blue zone damage they're trying to deal with is getting harder to deal with. So I guess it's better for them to move themselves on the play zone area faster than being on the blue zone. One player has been deducted from the 21 players standing a while ago, but still the same for the 7 teams. Getting nearby, a lot of we are seeing some smoke being off on that location, but the position of your team 5 is here. They are still trying to defend their grounds, though they are outside the place. And a lot of teams, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of teams in here is outside the play zone. DVS was being used to pin down your boss. I guess your boss of your SQD. I guess your team 7 gonna try to eliminate your team SQD in here, but will be the able or will they able to successfully eliminate them on this match? I guess not, with the last 2 players standing, and there's a nice place for them, but oh no, with this bullet and sprays given by your team 7 in here, close to being eliminated already on this match. And one thing more, we have your Everell or Renz, who's bleeding out from its location. Good thing he managed to secure himself inside that house, so there's still a chance for him to get a reset that he needed. But the question is that will he able to redeem himself against your team 7 later on, since your team 7 were able to pin down a while ago. Dio spray para critical, and with that the secondary weapon of choice, DBS instantly eliminating another player, but still 17 players, 7 teams. Oh no, car play is being done by your team 11 in here, but oh, I guess they are not being aware that behind them there is your team 16 and your team 4, but they're trying to give that reset with a lot of smoke being pop off. And one thing more, good thing, they are being on the edge. Oh, with the explosion of the getaway vehicle, I think your team had us we have seen a team instantly eliminated on this match. Still being sandwiched by your team 16 and your team Squadron for team 7 in here with the last two players standing on their team. They are being dominated one by one, being sandwiched. This will gonna be a very difficult for your team 7. Good thing with the presence of your team 11 in here, eliminating that hindrance from your team 16. And now we are seeing your team Squadron with a spray, but not being successful in pinning down player coming from your team 7 in here, cooking the frag grenade, hoping for a nice throw in here for that Kobe Bryant to eliminate your team 7. But I guess it's too late for that. Oh, it's too late to heal up. That splash damage pinning down a player coming from your SQD, and they are being open on the area of your team INV. Good thing they decided to save themselves, but dealing with the blue zone, oh no, I don't think so. They're going to survive in here easily. I guess it's better for your fans in here to take that getaway vehicle and move his ass instantly at the play zone on a critical life with the last man standing on a side with team 7 in here. You needed to be careful since he will gonna be the last man for his team, but we are seeing your team 8 against your team 7 IMV. I guess this time they will going to take home that winner with a chicken dinner. FNG team 7 eliminating one player coming from their team away from its location. Ren still managed to pin down a player coming from their team 11. Oh no, he's trying to contest that one, contesting using the DPS who going to take to dominate. Will it be your team 7 or your team 11? IMV Lazone Z doing the quattro, but that Fragranite is being cooked already for a nice angle, for a nice throw, but I don't think so. That would be a nice throw coming from the last man standing on the side with team 7. Then elimination showing us trying to take home that winner with the chicken dinner for this last match with with this last three teams. Your team INV, your team FNG, and with the last man standing on the side with team 18 here was trying, or team 4 I should say, you're forgotten, was trying to hide himself away from its location. He's just watching these two teams to get eliminated towards each other, but it will going to be very difficult for him later on once your team 11 manage to eliminate your team 7 for this match. It will be a 1v3 situation, and one thing more, the stage at 7 already started for the restriction still as a depletion, so there's a big chance for your team 7 and your team 4 with the last man standing to get engaged in here, that AUG against the DBS or M416 who are going to dominate in here at that sandwich on the last man standing on the side of team 7 against your team INV and your team 4 FG or Forgotten in here. DBS still managed to pin down, but there's the backup easily eliminated on this match. Will it be a take home of where would it change chicken dinner for your team INV, or going to see a nice clutch in here for your team 4 last man standing, but throwable is being used. Frag grenade close to that splash damage for this final blow in taking home the winner with the chicken dinner. We are seeing you Lazone. Will it be a nice one? Yeah, that will gonna be a nice one. Nice throw. For this time, we're going to take home the winner with the chicken dinner. Team Innovate Esports with elimination of 12. We also have here Team 2 FG, or on the second spot, I should say, your team FG slot 4 Forgotten on the second spot with 2 elimination, your team FN5 on the third spot with 1 elimination, Squadron on the fourth spot with elimination of 7. We have your D4 U on the fifth spot with elimination of 8. We have seen your team or your group 5 for today's revival fight. 18 teams, but only few of them who gonna move on the qualifying or on the semifinals, and we're going to see it once the admins of the GamelinG we're gonna post the final board tally for that one. And for once again, I'm your shoutcaster, Pong Gaming MR for today. Revival round for the Group 5 of the Gauntlet PUBG M brought to you by GamelinG. Thank you so much to those who watch until the end, to those who cheer on their teams, to those who like, share, and follow the YouTube page. And don't forget also to follow my page at Facebook, Pong Gaming MR, at Pong Gaming MR. I I also have my TikTok account. You can also follow my TikTok account at Pong Gaming MR also. For once again, thank you so much, Paul, for watching the revival round group 5. Thank you so much also to Sir Shiro being the prod for today. Good night.